This complete web app was built by a 35 billion parameter model running locally on my Mac. It wrote the front end, business logic, local storage persistence, and 69 test. And I did not use an expensive frontier model to write the code. But when I opened the app in the browser, I found one serious problem. Can a local open source model actually replace the expensive AI models I currently use for building web apps? That is exactly what I'm testing in this video. I'm using Ornith 1.0 35 billion locally through LM Studio and OpenCode on my MacBook Pro. But I'm not asking Ornith to decide the entire product architecture by itself. I first use a much stronger frontier model, something like GPT 5.6 Soul or Claude Opus, to create the PRD, define the architecture, business rule, validation, persistence behavior, and the complete implementation plan. Then I give that detailed plan to Ornith and ask it to execute the entire application locally. For this experiment, I asked it to build CreatorFlow, a YouTube video production command center with project creation, editing, filters, status tracking, readiness calculation, local storage persistence, responsive design, and automated test. Ornith built the application in one go, generated 69 passing tests, passed TypeScript, and successfully created a production build. But I'm not going to judge it only by the build report or passing test. I'm going to test the actual application in the browser, find the problem, ask Ornit to correct them, and see whether it can handle a real development workflow. By the end of this video, we will answer a much more important question. Can Ornith replace frontier models completely, or can it replace the expensive execution part while stronger model handle planning and code review? Hi guys, welcome to the new video. My name is Sanket, and in this video we are going to build an app on my MacBook Pro M5 Pro 48 GB of RAM. So I recently bought this for one specific use case where I want to replace building the web apps, the internal web app. Basically, I'm not building SaaS or anything, but building internal web apps for my company, right? So I would like to show you something. Where is my, yeah. As you can see, this is talk scale, and you can see here, like with the help of open router, how much money I have spent on which model, right? Let me reduce this my size of this thing. Okay, cool. Now you can see here, let's say if I go to the overview, right? Overview, yeah, usage, where we can get the total. Yeah, here you can see in monthly. I started exploring this AI things since the June month, right? Prior to that, I was dabbling a bit and all, but you can see that in the June month, we have spent $119. The total token that consumed was 526 million tokens, and in July we spent around 518 million tokens. The total cost is $310. Okay, and cost per 1 million token is 60 cent, 23 cents and all. So you can understand, we are spending good amount of money. Now if we go to the stats agents, yeah, here you can see that so these are the agents: build agent, plan agent. So these are the agents I have used a lot, and explore as well, but explore you can consider as a plan agent only. So you can see in build I have spent like 464 million tokens, and it costed me 61 dollar approximately, right? And if I again take you to the stats, what I feel is that, this number where 518 million token is there, this is not only in open code, but also includes token from maybe Codex and Claude Code as well. I don't know how this token scale is taking stats from there, but yeah, this is how it is happening. Okay, so my first objective behind buying this MacBook was to reduce the cost by 50% on this subscription, right? So Open Router is great. You have good flexibility of having different models altogether. But I personally feel that Codex and Claude Code is enough, to have a medium scale of builds and all, right? I'm not a developer. I'm not a techie, to be fair here. Cool, right? So what we're going to do here, we're going to build a web app. So I have created one PRD for that. So here we go. So this is a, CreatorFlow web app, and CreatorFlow Lite is a single page internal productivity app for YouTube creators and small content teams. It helps user plan video ideas, track production progress, identify blocked or overdue videos, manage critical production tasks, and understand which videos are ready to publish, etc., etc. Right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use Ornith 1.0 35 billion parameter model for the build purpose, and I will be getting the plan, the execution roadmap, and everything with, let's say, ChatGPT 5.6 Soul on high, right? So let's do one thing. uh, I'll just copy it and I'll go over here. So I have taken the context of my all the tests that I have done to validate and verify, this model is good for build. I've taken the context and everything over here. So my idea is to build this app in like 20 to 25 minutes, and let's do it. So here we go. So we'll give a prompt. Here is the PRD for the web app I want to build. I will be using Ornith 1.0 35 billion in LM Studio. So yeah, we are going to use LM Studio for inference. So give me a proper prompt to build this in one go. Okay. So I'm going to paste the PRD over here, and we'll get the prompt. Now let's choose the model. So GPT 5.6 Soul, we'll put it on high, right? And the PRD is uploaded. We'll hit enter. Now, meanwhile, since it is generating the prompt, let's quickly go to the LM Studio. By the way, we are going to use what do you call the OpenCode as a coding agent, right? So I'll quickly go to the developer in LM Studio, right? And we'll load a model. So Ornith 1.0 35 billion. So this is 4-bit quantized, approximately 20 GB size. Okay. And I don't know if it is MLX. I don't think it's MLX. It's GGUF, I believe, but it's working very well. Okay, cool. Now, if you see here, so there are a couple of things that you need to ensure that before doing any build with Ornith. So you can see here it has a massive context window of 262,000 tokens, right? So this is very high. And if we use the entire token context window, right, it will be consuming 24 GB of the RAM. Now, I can run this fairly on my 48 GB of model, right? But I would like to make it 1 lakh, let's say 30 or 1,000, 2 GB of additional space is always a good idea, right? Apart from that, GPU offload 100%, that is good. Then everything is like, I'm going to keep this as it is. Number of experts, 8, fine, okay. And we'll click on the load model. Okay, now the model is loading. Let's quickly go to the RAM. You can see the RAM usage has spiked up immediately. It is using 40 GB of the RAM over here, right? So 42 GB, I think that should be enough. And the memory pressure is green, so I don't need to worry about it a lot. Just one quick thing, I have seen that, when we are using it, like when I will be showing you, when we will be generating tokens and all, this can go beyond 75, 80 degrees if you don't have proper ventilation. So I'm going to do one quick thing, okay? I'm going to put my laptop slightly upwards of this. It's already started heating. I can feel the heat. Okay, just a second. Yeah, keep it tilted. So it's going to start heating once we start generating the tokens. I have just basically tilted this so that there is proper ventilation. Okay, now one more setting that I want to show you if you are going to use it. So this is high power mode. On high power mode, fans do kick in very, very hard. So that's a good thing. One interesting thing here, you can see the Llama server here, it is using only 2.85 GB of RAM, and majority of this thing is in wired memory. That is 23 GB of the RAM that it is consuming. Okay, cool. Now it is ready with the prompt. Okay, and we can see the prompt is pretty long. Yeah, it's very long prompt. It is still generating. Meanwhile, it is generating the prompt. Let's quickly go through our inference setting. So this model is loaded. Now you can see it is ready. In inferences, this is my preset Ornith the executor. Temperature is generally around 1, but here I'm setting it at 0.35. Then total K sampling is 40. Repeat penalty is 1.12. Top P sampling is 0.09. And minimum P sampling is 0.05. I think this is the good one, right? So we'll be using this setting, right? Now quickly go to the chat GPT. And let's go over here. So this is the prompt which is ready. Okay, so I'm gonna copy paste it in the OpenCode. Okay, so there are two OpenCode access points that you can use it. One is in the terminal, and second one they also have the web app. For this specific test, I'm going to use the web app. Otherwise, most of the time I have used it in the terminal only. So I'm gonna copy this prompt. This huge prompt, by the way. I'm gonna create. Let's create a new folder, and let's create new folder over here. We'll go to the open code projects and we'll create a new folder, then demo app with Ornith. Okay, hit create, and again create a new app, demo app, production. I'll hit create and we'll click on the open. Okay, new session, right? So as you can see here, Ornith 35B local is currently active, right? I also have a lot of like models here, like open router is there. Then I have this, I think this is not open router, but I do have a lot of Quen models also, but this is like 35B local, as you can clearly see. And I'll hit the prompt over here and we'll click enter. Okay. Now let's quickly go to the LM Studio. So LM Studio, you can see processing prompt 6.64%. And if we come down over here, you will see some information. So like token per second information, etc. Everything is available over here. Perfect. So the prompt is still processing. So over here on the top right corner, if you can see, like you will get the cost, usage and tokens, right? So if I click on that, session build CreatorFlow Lite, messages, how many messages it has sent, the model, the total tokens, total input tokens, they are equally same. Like it has not started okay, it has started generating the output tokens as well. Cool. Yeah. Now, one very interesting thing. So I did like spend good 2-3 days on testing this model, and I created, I guess, around 8 to 9 skill with the help of ChatGPT and Claude. And basically, I used Fable, and I've shared the outputs that it has generated. Now, they help me created this 9 skills. If you are also using it, you can use it. One big problem I found with Ornith when I initially started using it, it was getting stuck in the loop, right? And eventually was generating nothing but BS. So we created this thing, we adjusted the temperature and everything. So now it is doing pretty good, right? So it is asking me for some info permission, access files outside the project directory. Project demo app with Ornith demo app product SRC. Okay, I'll allow once. Now you can clearly see, let me put it myself over here. Right, so it has created a 18 to-do list. So first one is scaffold, white plus React plus TypeScript app, create type.ts, then couple of libraries, create components, / dashboard, TypeScript. It's a lot of interesting thing. And at the end of the to-do list, you can see write persistent and validation test, write components workflow test, run all tests, fix failure, validate build. final report with evidence-based section. So it is working right now. We'll quickly jump to the uh, important sections and the final section of the video. So OpenCode is working, and I want to show you something interesting. Look at this token per second generation, 50, 49, 49. So 50 odd token per second is not bad at all. I mean, that is something that you get on Open Router for any good Frontier model. So, 48 GB RAM Mac is doing decent. But yeah, I mean, 64 GB would have been much better because, this is Q4, 4-bit quantized, right? I can easily run 8-bit without thinking a lot about, anything else. So, yeah. Let's quickly check the temperatures. So, yeah, you can see that. So, like temperature is like averaging around 80 degrees for the GPU, right? Hottest GPU at 84.23 degrees. Okay. But very interestingly, when I'm touching the MacBook, it's very hot, obviously, right? So this token generation will be causing this. If it goes beyond certain temperature, it will start throttling and the token generation speed will definitely drop. So when I do one of a generation on, let's say, Llama CPP or LM Studio individually on their graphic UI, uh, this token generation go beyond 55, 60 token per second as well. Right now, you can clearly see it is around 45. So it has to already started throttling, right? So yeah, temperature is a big problem, right? Now, quickly look at the fan, left, right. They are running at 60% right now. Fastest fan at 59%. Not bad, not bad. All right, guys. So we are finally done. So you can see this. It took 24 minutes and 26 seconds. Complete build is ready. Okay. Let's quickly see. Oh, edit failed. No problems. So final report. Workspace, PWD, user. This is the directory. Initial git status short directory was empty, not a git repository, of course. Uh, let's quickly go and maybe run it. So what I'll do, I'll start the terminal. It's already there. New. Now, here is how you should use ChatGPT if you ask me. Let's quickly look at the RAM. So 43 GB, green, not bad. I'll go over here. So I'll go over here and what I'll do, I'll just copy paste the entire build report. Now I will give it a prompt. So I'm done with app building on Ornith. Here is the build report. I want to run it locally. So can you give me command to uh, command for terminal? So it has given us the command. Also one more thing. Also go through the build report and tell me how is it. So let's quickly build our backend. Okay. Now see here, the local host is 5173. So this is our app will go live. So quickly go over there. All right. So this is our CreatorFlow app. Now, prima facie, the UI UX looks decent. Look at this. What do you call cards? They are like the padding is not proper. Okay, they are not aligned properly. I feel that this can be a little bit couple of pixels below that. Right now, let's look at this. The open edit button is up and down. Okay, and otherwise it's fine. I mean, we can always fix this, right? So let's quickly click on new video title. Oh, wait. Oh, something is wrong. So when I'm clicking on title over here, right, it's just sliding down. So I'll just put test. When I click on topic, discard unsaved changes, cancel. So when I'm clicking on anything like this, it thinks that this click is happening outside of this side panel. Okay, so I think we should use tab here. So this is something that we can ask it to fix. The topic again, test. Target audience, let's say Gen Z. Owner, Sanket. Then status. What all status are there? Research, script, recording, editing, review, research. Priority, medium, date. Let's see how date picker looks like. There is no date picker. No, there is no date picker. We have to add it manually. So we'll have to add this manually. What date is that? Right? Blocked, unblocked. Okay. Blocked reason, then note, then checklist, research, script, thumbnail, recording, editing, description, and all. And then we have to click on the save. So one big problem. Okay. We have to fix this, that this app, whenever we are like clicking on any of this field, it thinks that, we are clicking somewhere outside here. So it is like asking whether you want to discard it or what. So we can fix that. Let's fix it. Okay. Let's see existing one, OpenCode versus Codex. I'll click here. Claude Code versus Codex topic, comparing to AI coding assistant. So target audience, software engineers and the hackers. Okay, Jordan Rivera. If I click it here, okay. Anywhere I'm clicking, that's a problem. Let's see what ChatGPT has to say about it. Overall verdict, the build report is very strong for a one-shot local model build. Based only on the report, I would rate Ornith execution around 8.7 out of 10. Okay. Now, I don't want to rely only on this. I would like to get Fable's opinion on that as well, right? What Ornith did particularly well, it followed the architecture properly. That's good. Persistence handling sounds usually good. That's good. Dashboard states can overlap. The report explicitly confirmed that a project can be both blocked and overdue and will count in both dashboard cards. So some logic fallacies. The test cover real edge cases. The test coverage is not just superficial happy path testing. The report lists tests for impossible dates such as 2030 to 2026. Okay, the handoff report is honest. Important concern. No browser QA was performed. Yes, and we can see it, right? There is no component workflow test. All 69 tests appear to be logic, validation, and persistent tests. There is no test proving the React component are wired to those function correctly. Readiness percentage rounding should be checked visually, correct? The report cannot prove the implementation matches the claim, right? So now it is asking us to do this manual QA, right? Confirm that 6 demo project appears. So, when we do this and we give the screenshots and share our experience and all, it will give us fixing prompt and Ornith can fix it. I think whatever it has built so far is great. I mean, what really like, so for example, when I do vibe code, right, I get the prompts from Claude or ChatGPT mostly, and that is then executed either by Codex or by Open Router or by Claude Code, right? Now I may not be needing more number of subscription or a lot of credits in Open Router. I think that is what the main objective of this decision behind buying a MacBook, and it is doing that job, right? So something here and there is fine. I think with the time I will be able to add more skills to so that Ornith will ensure that that uh, overlaps those things which is not working and all goes away, right? So for a 2025 final assessment for a 20 to 25-minute Ornith benchmark, this is an excellent result. The implementation report suggests Ornith performed especially well on instruction following, deterministic business logic, persistent safety, TypeScript architecture, edge case testing, and review ready reporting. So what it is giving: build completeness 9.2 out of 10, not bad. UI confidence before browser QA 7 out of 10. So yeah, obviously, I mean, I do agree with ChatGPT on that. Now we'll fix this and we'll do this manual QA and we'll give all the changes that I need to be done on the app, right? So stay tuned. Now my way of doing manual QA is very simple, straightforward. So what I will do, I'll just uh, copy, paste the tests here, right? So first of all, confirm that 6 demo project appears. 6 demo projects appear and the dashboard counts look believable. Now I'll go quickly here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This demo projects are there. And what was the second one? Dashboard counts look believable. So 6 total project in production, 1 blocked, overdue 1, ready to publish 0. So this is blocked. Then I believe where is all product items complete, needs attention. So 6 in production, I'm not able to see like in progress, published, uh, just started, no published date, just started, almost ready. So first thing I'm able to see that, I'm not able to understand. I mean, there is no like label, like proper, like blocked, published, overdue, whatever, research high, republished high, uh, script medium, etc. Right? So that is the first thing. Now what I will do, I'll zoom it out a little bit. Okay. Yeah, here we go. I'll take a screenshot and I'll go here and I'll type it. Okay, cool. Now what is next? Use needs attention, blocked, overdue, and ready to publish filter. Let's quickly go and do that. So let's say all status, all projects, let's say need attention. Then I can see 3. Then there is blocked. Ideally, I should see only 1. It is showing 1. Overdue. So this is overdue. Is there any date? Yeah, 15/7/2026. So this is good. Ready to publish. There is nothing to ready to publish, but all projects. There is no all in production filter over here, as you can see, right? So yeah. Create a project with a blank fields and verify inline validation. So let's go create a project. Yeah. Now this particular thing we noticed earlier, right? So let me do this. Let's take a quick screenshot. Go here and put it here. And let's see what was the problem. Okay, what is next? Create a valid project and reload the browser. Schedule a project without a published date and verify it is prevented. So I think we should stop the QA here because we need to fix it. I think we need to fix this for few next couple of tests, then only I will be able to do it. Now once you do this, you have to send the prompt. Again, I think my model is sold. Yeah, it is on high. Now it will go through it and it will, create a prompt so that we can give it to Ornith and, it will fix it, right? Now it has given its analysis. So what the screenshot reveals, the 6 project is currently an idea. The bottom right project testing a local 35B model has an idea badge and a low priority badge. Under the approved rules, idea is not counted as in production. So okay, it has started understanding the problem. The dashboard and filter toolbar needs visual separation. Yes. Ready to publish is 0. Appears inconsistent with the PRD. Yes. The drawer bug is critical. Yes, absolutely. Now it has given us one prompt to fix it, right? To fix all this problem. I believe, it is still generating, but yeah, it has created that particular prompt. And if we check it, what all things it is going to be fixing? Where is that? Yeah. Project drawer closes when interacting with form fields. Yeah. Observed behavior. This is a release blocking defect. Inspect the actual event handling and determine the root cause. And it is also giving the correct behavior. Clicking, focusing, typing, selecting, checking, or interactive anywhere inside the drawer. What is this? Drawer must never be interpreted as a backdrop click, right? So it is doing all these things. Test this interaction in the actual browser after implementation. Copy this. Where is the copy button? Yeah, it is here. And then I think we should create a new session. So I'm confirming that, this is demo app production. Yeah, it is. So I'll give the prompt and we'll hit enter. Let's go quickly to LM Studio. Yeah, it is processing the prompt. Let's quickly check the temperatures. Yeah, it has started rising 70 degree already. So it will start generating tokens and all. It will go around 80-85 degrees, since I feel it is a bigger kind of a task. One thing, like ChatGPT also noted earlier that it had given 7 out of 10, so I don't think it's good model to be applied or used for UI UX work. I think we should probably find a different local model, or maybe use some sort of frontier model. UI builds are not like very expensive, but yeah, I think it is writing good code, as far as what we are seeing. So yeah, so it is exploring and all. That's very good. Meanwhile, also let's go and quickly check our RAM. RAM usage is like 41 GB, which is expected. It is, I think, done with the thinking, and it has created one to-do list, right? So first one is fixed drawer backdrop click, overlay on click must check event dot target, event dot current target, right? Add visual separation between dashboard filter toolbar, add visible compact label to filter control, defect 3, improve project card workflow state communication with stage label, fix seed data, add regression test. I don't know if it will be able to, do regression test. I doubt it highly. And then the validation, and I think browser QA is something I don't know if it will be able to do regression test and QA as well. But let's see. So yeah, that's it about Ornith. I think it is pretty capable model, and today is like July 2026. I'm pretty sure it will become much better. Yeah, guys, so this is the overall build, and I think Ornith can probably replace my and your building LLM. And the best thing about is that I'm running it on my local machine, and there will be a lot of saving. The quality is also pretty good. I won't say it's like very bad. I will not say it's like extremely good, but it is doable, because at the end of the day, when we will be doing uh, like review of your entire code base, the features and everything, with much better model like maybe Soul 6 or Opus or Fable, we will be able to capture all the problems it is causing. And yeah, I think this is pretty promising. I will highly recommend Ornith 1. If you like the video, do subscribe to the channel. I will be bringing more such videos. Yeah, so like, subscribe, share. That's it in this video. We'll meet you in the next one.